XL70. As you can see, it's looking a lot taller and more adult sized now, and there's a reason for that. It now wears bigger wheels and tires. It has in the front an XR100 front end, with the wheel is XL100, but XL100 and XR100 are both 19-inch, so it doesn't really matter. That ram is looking pretty beat, but it's got a good looking tire on it, and it's holding air, so I guess I'll run with it as long as it stays together, or until I get a better ram. Which, even if I get a better ram, as long as it stays together, I don't plan on replacing it until the tire is worn out. So I'll probably be running on this ram for a while. Now, that XR100 front end, I was just going to use the triple clamp from the XL80 that it had on it before with these forks, but the problem is that the hole was too small. I mean, the tube diameter is the same, but the hole on the top clamp was too small to fit these forks. So, and then I would have just replaced the top clamp, but the spacing here is wider on the XR100, so I went ahead and replaced the entire triple tree assembly with one from an XR100, and it's a what was that thing? 1978, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It might have even been later than that. Anyway, it's from California, and this is a 1974 XL70, and that's a much later front end, except for the wheel. The wheel is a 72, and the brake assembly is a 76, both from XL100s. So anyway, the rear wheel. I took this one off the CT90, and it's actually a CT200, which, as I've explained before, CT200 is a Trail 90, but it's the CT200 is the early Trail 90 before they added the dual range gearbox, and at that time they had dual overlay sprockets. Well, since my CT90 has the dual range gearbox, I bought another wheel to go on it that has the single sprocket. So I swapped this one over to this back, and I haven't put the chain on it yet because I'm going to have to pull that cover off and replace the countershaft sprocket, which I have. I have a chain and sprocket, because this uses a 428 chain. CT90s use a 428 chain, which is larger than what the XL70 uses. XL70 uses a 420 chain. So I'm going with the slightly larger chain, and like I said, the dual overlay sprocket, so I can put it on the big sprocket for in the rocks and mountains and stuff, and on the small sprocket for road use. It'll probably stay on the small sprocket most of the time, because last year when I first built this bike, 1997 CR80R asked me if I had any plans to register it for street use, and at the time I did not. But times change and plans change, and you can see the back of the tag now. I have this thing registered for street use now, so I'm not going to show you the number, but Yeah. I put a Harbor Freight LED trailer tail light on it. And I've got to remount this thing, but that's an LED spotlight, which works pretty well. But I need to put another standard incandescent type headlight for, I don't know, fog light or something, because this is kind of a high beam light. And I want to have both high and low beams. Although I've ridden it at night with just this light and it worked okay. I was able to see pretty well. So, I've got new controls. I've got a mirror on it now, as you can see. I've bought new controls for it, so I'm going to be swapping those out soon. I also bought a bigger carburetor for it, so I'm going to swap that out too. And all new cables. And I've got the parts to finally get the rear brake going, which I went with the CT90 rear brake also. And I'm going to have to get a better seat, or at least a better seat cover. And the height of that is pretty good, but I want to get rid of the 2x4 and replace it with a toolbox or something. See, that area in there will be perfect for a toolbox. Sorry about how dark it is. The sun's going down here. But, so there it is. Almost ready to ride again.